morning. We're about to get ready to go to the gym. It is 7:01 in the morning. About to make our amino drink and get ready to head out the door. Here we are, committing to the process. Started off the leg day with calf raises. I tend to neglect my calves, so making sure that I put them as the first exercise on a plan is actually going to help get them in there. Full stretch here, making sure you go all the way down, squeeze at the top. No half C's. You want to make sure that that stretch is done. Moving on to my favorite laying leg curl machine. I actually hit a PR, 75 pounds for 6 to 8 reps. And not to move the hips too much. Keeping them stable is going to help you really target those hamstrings. Next exercise, we're jumping over to our leg extension machine. Don't ask me why it's in slow-mo. My camera switched to slow-mo, so here you are watching me doing it really slow, making sure that we do a full extension of that leg and squeeze at the top. I was able to hit a PR on this one as well. Went from 85 pounds to 100 pounds, which I'm very proud of. That just tells me that the plan is working. If you stick to it, you're consistent with it, you're gonna see results. Also making sure that you actually track those details, making sure you have like a journal, the weight that you're using for how many reps as well. Incline chest press. For this one, if your shoulders bother you or your elbows, we want to make sure that you can bring down the weight about a 45-degree angle, and that's going to protect your shoulders and elbows. Same thing with the overhead shoulder press. You want to bring those elbows slightly forward, making sure that we get that full range of motion and press all the way up. So this is my breakfast for today. I have oatmeal, protein powder, and a little bit of peanut butter. Usual go-to breakfast is a piece of toast with avocado, either boiled eggs or just 2 over medium eggs, but I'm completely out of eggs, so I need to go shopping. For today's breakfast, it's going to be oatmeal. And then of course I have my protein coffee. So I do an espresso coffee, and then I add my GNC lean protein in there as my like sweetener, and so I get extra protein. So all this together is probably around 30 to 35 grams of protein. Happy Wednesday, and we're back for another leg day. Today is going to be focused on a little bit on hamstrings and glutes. Of course, you're gonna get sick of hearing me say this, but it's super important. Do not forget to do your dynamic warm-up before the workout. This is going to avoid injury and help you be better prepared for the workout. Starting off with Romanian deadlifts. I am doing about 45 pounds on each side, and if your grip gives out, these handy wrist straps are actually really helpful to make sure that you lift heavier without compromising your grip. I'll link these down below as well, so if you want to give them a try, you can, but I love mine. I feel like I get a lot more weight on the bar with the assistance of my grip not giving out. Next exercise is going to be barbell hip thrust. I prefer to do it on the bar just because you're able to use more of your body and you don't get as much of assistance as if you're doing it on a machine. The key here is to make sure that you're tucking in the pelvis, making sure that you're at a 90-degree angle as you push up, push through the heels, and squeeze at the top. Right now I am at a 90 pounds per side. Just finished my breakfast. So as you guys saw, what I used to sweeten up my coffee in the morning to make my protein coffee. When I am in a fat loss phase or in a calorie deficit, I don't like to drink my calories. To get a little bit of extra protein and also to sweeten up my coffee, I use that GNC lean protein. It tastes delicious. These are little tips and tricks that you learn along the way, you know, just to cut out certain things that you don't need. You could use stevia and Splenda. However, I'm trying to stay away from artificial sweeteners as well and keep it all a little bit more natural and high in protein. I am out of a lot of things right now in my fridge. So what I'm going to do is, right now I'm working on the computer answering a few questions for a few clients and responding to emails. But when I get done here, I am heading to Aldi's and I am going to get some groceries because I'm completely out and it's Wednesday in the middle of the week. I didn't go on Sunday just because I was a little bit all over the place and just too busy, and honestly I didn't want to go. And I still had a few items left in the pantry, so I didn't go on Sunday, which usually is my grocery shopping day. So now I am completely out and I have to go. Groceries all planned out and my meal plans for the next 8 weeks. I'm gonna keep it very consistent, the same. I know that can get a little bit boring sometimes for a lot of people, but it is easier to track. You already have a plan, you know what you're eating, boom, boom, boom. You don't have to think too much. It's already all laid out for you and it's a lot easier that way. You know your portion sizes, you know what you need to buy as far as your groceries, so you go in and get out. I'm gonna bring you along and show you what I'm buying from Aldi's, since it is less expensive than a lot of the other stores that we have around here, and you can still get really good food and decent meals. This is week 2 of our fat loss journey. All right, so we're heading to Aldi's now. I'll probably stop by Publix too because I really don't feel like cooking tonight. So I'm just gonna grab a rotisserie chicken. Any night like that where I'm like struggling to like find what to eat, or I don't have anything in the fridge, or we need to go get groceries and I'm tired and I don't want to cook, then I'll stop by Publix and grab a rotisserie. That's like my go-to. That's what I'm gonna do after Aldi. See our dinner with some salad and maybe a little bit of rice. I'm not sure what our carbs gonna be yet. I'm gonna buy some veggies at Aldi, so I'm sure we'll figure something out. And my other thing is that anytime I leave the house, so again, with this calorie deficit, you wanna make sure that you stay hydrated. I always bring my insulated cup filled with ice and water so it stays nice and cold when I leave it in the car. And eventually, I'm gonna try to do more and more as the weeks go by. I'm gonna try to at least get pretty close to a gallon. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to get there because, you know, of course, with a lot of water and hydration, you gotta pee every 5 minutes, and that just kind of drives me crazy. Very important to stay hydrated. Of course, that helps to detox the body and just flush the toxins out of your body. Helps with digestion. And if you drink water before any meals, it'll keep you from overeating. I find that that is very helpful. So I always carry a bottle of ice water with me. So I'm home. So now I'm gonna unpack the food, put it away, and eat dinner. I'll see you in a bit. So we have some nuts, kombucha, non-fat yogurt, Greek yogurt. I mix this with protein powder and it tastes delicious. Some low-fat cottage cheese, some mozzarella cheese, some feta, some peppers, and sausage. These are really good to have with like the bonza pasta. Salad, I'll leave this out so I can make some salad for tonight. Some avocado, zucchini, cauliflower, bananas, rice, tomatoes, dark chocolate, strawberries, Celsius, poppy, liquid egg whites, apples, kiwis, sweet potato, chicken, ground beef, ground turkey, chicken thighs, lettuce, Brussels sprouts, more bell peppers. Good morning, happy Thursday. We're getting ready again to head to the gym. Today is going to be purely cardio and core. I'm gonna incorporate maybe some rowing in there to get a little bit of HIIT at the end of my cardio session. I'm gonna start with like the treadmill, incline walking for about 30 minutes, and then 10 minutes of rowing machine, and then about 10 minutes of abs. And that'll be, as far as my workout goes, that is going to be it. Get my drink ready to go, and I'll see you at the gym. Happy Friday. To the gym, got that taken care of. Came back, took a shower, did some work on the computer, had breakfast. My breakfast today was my usual, 3 medium eggs on top of whole grain toast with half an avocado and then some strawberries. I haven't had anything since breakfast, so right now it's actually in the microwave. I'm gonna do ground beef with cilantro lime rice, and that's gonna be my lunch for today. As far as my workout for today, it was back and biceps, and then I ended the workout with some core exercises. I didn't feel so strong today, but we got it done. On another note, I am so bored with my hair. You don't know what to do with it. It's always up because I hate hair on my face when I'm working out, and just in general. Thinking of cutting it short to here and maybe doing like a Brazilian blowout. It's like straight, hair is curly and frizzy, as you guys could tell already, but I'm not sure. Let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think I would look good in short hair? Comment down below and let me know if I should do it. But I'm gonna go ahead and eat my lunch now, and I'll come back and see you guys in a bit. I will take my measurements and I'll weigh myself on Sunday and then see where I'm at, and I'll let you guys know. Okay, so here's my lunch. It's some rice with some grilled bell pepper from last night's dinner, and then some ground beef. This is 96.4. I'm starving, so I'm gonna go ahead and eat. What do you guys think if I should cut it short to about here? You know, kind of like one of those inverted bobs where it's like a little bit shorter on the back and it comes to the chin. I've been thinking about doing that for a while. I kind of go in phases with my hair. I get bored and I want to do something different. On a different note, to keep you posted on my 8-week journey, this is week 2. Saturday, I actually took my dog to the vet first thing in the morning because I had to take a suture out from his last surgery that was coming to the surface. I took him to the vet, had that removed, and since I was out and about already, there is like this all girls walking club that I met up with in the morning and went on for probably like a two mile walk with my dog and the group of girls. At home, went to the gym. Today was legs and glutes with a little bit more focus on hamstrings. I am going to do my brows right now because they're looking kind of funky. I'm gonna laminate them and wax them. So, because your girl needs a little bit of help right now. For lunch, I had ground turkey with salad, half a cup of rice. For dinner, I'm actually making chicken thighs, boneless, and I'm just gonna have a salad on the side, and that's it. That'll be my meal for dinner, and then I'll have probably one more snack, which is going to be like a yogurt. If you have any questions, feel free to drop them and let me know. I'll try to answer them as best as possible. Go ahead and dry my hair and then I'll talk to you guys in a bit. All right, you guys, the brows are done. I don't know if you can tell, but they look a lot nicer. I didn't fill them in or tint them or anything. I'm about to go make dinner. I had my dinner already, which was that chicken thigh. I ended up doing just the pico de gallo, and that's what I had for dinner. But now as my snack, I'm gonna have some blueberries, one kiwi, and then I have my clear protein. I have a few flavors in here, but my favorite one right now is the watermelon. It tastes so good. A scoop of that in here, and then I'm gonna add 1 scoop of magnesium. Put it in here as well, and mix that up. Close this baby, shake it up. And this has 22 grams of protein. This is adding to my protein intake for the day. A little bit of sweetness to help with my sweet tooth right now. I'm gonna go sit on the couch. Hi, baby. You wanna say hi? Say hi. He's like, leave me alone, mama. And now we are about to continue watching Sweet Magnolia. That is gonna be pretty much my night, the rest of the night. It is 9:51 on a Saturday, and I'm home eating blueberries and watching Sweet Magnolias. Hope you had a great Saturday. We'll see you tomorrow. We're trying to get our steps in, huh? As many steps as we can before the rain comes through, because it looks like it's about to come down. Trying to aim for 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. And of course, taking him out 3 times a day does help. Right, babies? Say hi. Say hi, babies. Where are you going? Oh, rain is coming.